Shrek! An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. The Adder's Nest sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. I wouldn't really trust the little tin goblin either. Until you hear Floopsy's golden voice. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You're an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you are Elder Floopsy, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitek belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Castrum Oriens. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge! You have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland... well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We shall strike them swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge. Elder, I trust we can rely on your support. We'll never know. May the matron watch over us all, with me! An ambush! To arms! Floopsy! What? Pigs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close, so how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Elder, you have more than done your part today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. When next we meet, let it be as fellow serpents of the Order. I am... just wanted to say, sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if it hadn't been for you and the Twin Adder lads here, we'd have been chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge! Thank you. We're very grateful. Elder! It does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at Nine Ivies. Lest you worry, the two engineers are safely on their way home. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself between the Twin Adder Standard. But without further ado, let us see to your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. Floopsy. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. Ahem. The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire, and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seedseer Khan-e Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelves Wood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Elder Floopsy, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance in whatsoever fashion you see fit. Floopsy chooses violence. Quite. Your fervor is duly noted. May it lend you strength as you strive to preserve all that is good in this great nation. By the power vested in me, I assign you the rank of Serpent Private 3rd Class. You are now a man of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Floopsy, and do that which brings peace to the Twelves Wood and honor to our name. Private Floopsy. Hello? Can you hear me, Elder? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Floopsy. Don't talk about Floopsy's privates. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a serpent of Gridania, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here who I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps? As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with High Serpent Commander Vorsail Hulwa before you depart. He may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. You may now accept quest My Little Chocobo to another by speaking with Vorsail Hulwa. This quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario realm reboot. We gonna get a chicken. You give us a chicken. Ah, Private Floopsy. I understand you have been working tirelessly in Gridania's name. You are truly an example to your fellow serpents. But tell me, have you ever felt as though you couldn't get to your destination quickly enough, that perhaps you could do with a swifter pair of legs? You drawing attention to how small we are? If so, you might consider getting a personal chocobo. You have yet to be issued your own bird, am I correct? Given your considerable talents, you should be able to attain one in no time at all. Let me tell you how to go about it. First, you must obtain a serpent chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to our man Singer, and he will furnish you with a suitable bird. Chicken! Chicken? Chicken. Want a bird issue, you say? Then I'll need to see your serpent chocobo issuance. Give Floopsy his chicken. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chicken. Marvelous. And here he is. This fellow has been in high spirits the past few battles. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble chicken a name. I dare say he likes his name. Here's your very own chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do not forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present to you your chocobo rider's license, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. This isn't the chicken we ordered. Well, he'll have to do. Welcome back, Elder. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Elder. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks for getting us out of that mess. We owe you your lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Godsman, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we need the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. And I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Yep.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you.
Of course you do.
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis, if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like Gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
You got something out of that, did you?
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods.
I guess we'll all just assume that Floopsy agreed.
Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Okay. Mila, you won't believe it. We killed a god. Damn it all to the seventh hell. This is madness. It's Aldous. He's been arrested by the Brass Blades. They claim he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. This is utter nonsense. He has no motive to do so, and whatever I've said about the man, he would never resort to using poison. The Alacran must be behind this. They have failed to kill him time and again, and now they've reached out to their monetarist allies. I didn't want to believe Wymond when he said they had such influence, but... Wait, that's it! If anyone can help us unravel this plot, it's Wymond! He has a reputation for knowing things he shouldn't, after all. Find Wymond and see what he can tell us. Aldous is many things, but he is not a murderer. Okie dokie. We need to talk to you again for some reason. I was wondering when you might come along, Elder. Frankly, I'm surprised Aldous went so quietly. He ought to know there's no walking away from this. What happened between Aldous and Leovold 7 years ago? You really don't know, do you? Best I start at the beginning, then. Aldous is something of an enigma. He and Leovold were two of the greatest gladiators ever to grace the Blood Sands, but he threw all that hard-fought glory away for a few gil more. See, the average Ul'dan loves a good Colosseum fight, and what better way to make a gladiatorial spectacle more entertaining than wagering on the outcome? So when it got out that Aldous was orchestrating a match-fixing scheme of untold proportions, well, you can imagine the shock and anger the people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum, and his wins were stricken from the record. Your guildmaster Mila got the worst of it, though. Not only was her friend exposed as a fraud, but around the same time her father fell ill and passed away. There were some oddities surrounding his death, too. 'Twas rumored he took his own life out of shame for his disgraced pupil, or that he might have even been murdered by the man. Baseless conjecture, really, but it made Aldous look that much worse. In the end, Mila lost two of the most important men in her life, and was forced to take charge of the guild alone. And Leovold? He tried to go solo on the Blood Sands, but it wasn't the same. Without Aldous, his career was finished. Now you know the nature of the man you so desperately want to save, though judging from that look in your eyes, Look. We'll let that one go. Though judging by that look in your eyes, I gather you still have your reservations. Sigh. Fine then, though you can't blame me for doubting a man found in possession of Rhalgr's bile. 'Tis a vile poison, rare and expensive too. Only the Corpse Brigade knows how to make it, I hear. Gods only know why they'd give it to Aldous. Could go to their headquarters and at the Sepulchre in southern Thanalan and ask him direct, I reckon. I've an aversion to direct confrontation, personally, but you don't, do you? By the way, should you save the poor bastard's life, tell him we're even and that I hope it was all worth it. Okay. There has to have been a mix-up. They definitely gave us the wrong chicken. Well, here we are. Let's find that evidence. Wrinkled bill of sale. Back to order! Okay, Mila, we found this piece of paper and this bottle of poison. Where have you been, Elder? Aldous has been given over into the custody of the Sacrarium. They mean to execute him. We must do something. Floopsy has these. This poison, is it? Gasp! You've proof the Alacram purchased it from the Corpse Brigade. Thank the gods you've done it. Quickly, we must show this to the official presiding over his execution at the High Bridge. Go now! We've tried to delay them, Elder, but they've already taken Aldous' blow. Hurry before it's too late. But what if we just kinda... This is a new place. Taking the sights. Look at this store. What, he's gonna die? Okay, I guess. Yup. The Sacrarium has sentenced you to death for your crimes against the Sultanate. Have you any last... Huh? Who are you and what do you want? Floopsy, and look here. These are some bold accusations you make, adventurer. However, the Sacrarium has found the prisoner guilty in the eyes of gods and men, and he will be executed forthwith. Don't waste your breath, Elder. Thal's scales have always yielded to wealth above all else, and Leavold spent a fortune to secure my sentence. Silence, criminal! And you, what are you waiting for? Do it! Traitor! Aldous! Just couldn't stay away, could you? Well, at least I don't have to steal the headsman's axe. Ooh, he's escaping! Somebody do something! If the gods are to have blood this day, I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you'd be willing to offer yourselves in exchange? Mercy! Interfering with the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it's punishable by death. I had a feeling the spectacle would draw you here. I should have dealt with you myself from the start. Come, let's dance, brother. So it's to be a rematch. Very well, I accept. Mila and the others need you, Elder. Leave him to me. There are asses to be kicked. Ah, Aldous! Aldous! You almost had me, Leovold. Stay back! I won't have your pity. You just had to have it all, didn't you? Just one victory, just one bloody match. But your precious ego couldn't accept that. You ruined everything. Cough, cough. Tell me, Aldous, how does it feel to lose your name, your legacy, everything you ever loved? I want to know how much you suffered. Let it go, Leovold. It's over. No, don't dramatically leap to your death. Like hell's it is. I swear, you will never know peace, not in this life or the next. Yeah. Leovold, no! You know damn well neither of us will see Thal's realm. Let's go. Our comrades are waiting. Floopsy did a lot of ass-kicking today. He must be tired. Let's go, chicken. Well, we saved that dude everybody hated. Oh, oops, didn't say anything. I'm glad you were there, Elder. Without you, I doubt we could have defeated the Alacran. Have you ever considered the Colosseum? You'd make a wonderful attraction. What are we, some freak show to you? Just because we're tiny. Of course, you'd need a title that befits your prowess. Now that it's all over, you'll be staying, won't you? No, Leovold may be dead, but the Alacran are far from finished. I'd rather not linger and give them a chance to regroup and seek revenge. It is a true tragedy that I cannot enjoy the company of Ul'dah's lovely ladies any longer. Jeez. But I have faith that equally radiant beauties await me in distant lands. Aldous, Not another word, my dear. It's bad enough that the First Sword has permitted a disgraced gladiator to fraternize with her subordinates. Can you imagine the scandal if she became personally involved with the man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel, Mila. I'm known to have this effect on the fairer sex. Good God, dude, just leave. I should have let the headsman have his way with you. Yeah, we should have. That way you might learn something of humility. Ah, but how am I supposed to remember the lesson without a head? Your father would be proud of you, Mila. Don't ever change. Ah, yes, there's one more thing I wanted to say to you before I go, Elder. 7 years ago, before my last match on the Blood Sands, I was given an offer. A sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. Leovold begged and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honor or pride or whatever you like. I made my choice. And in spite of all of that came of it, to this day I have no regrets. It's a simple thing to know what's right. Listen to that heart of yours and it will never lead you astray. Trust in your comrades, have faith in your skills, and you will triumph over any adversity. And with that, I bid you all farewell. I'd better not have to wait 7 years to see that bastard again. There's still so much I want to... What in the seven hells are you all looking at? This is a training hall. Why aren't you all training right now? You think all it takes to stand on the Blood Sands is a sword and a stupid grin? No, it takes years of hard work, an ocean of blood and sweat, and an unbreakable will. Every man and woman here has the potential to become a champion, but it is you, and you alone, who decides your destiny. So answer me now, gladiators. Will you follow in the footsteps of your brothers and sisters and inscribe your names in legend? Aye! Hey. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, can we free Floopsy from his prison? He's free. We can see the boy again. We'll be able to see him nod and interact in the cutscenes. He's free! Here!